money truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, 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 woo, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum. Always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up. I see you at the again. While you was sleeping on me, I made 40 bands.
And we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Watson on first down. Flushed out right. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Watch him now, Barney!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. How did he stay on his feet? It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
No. Check. Patriot! Watch him now, Barney!
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. DJ Reader in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, they come up on third and goal from the 18. on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick here is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Flag down and I feel it.
A first down carry now for Miller. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st and 10, Watson. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Reset.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Flag down and I feel it. Flag down and I feel it.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And it's up and good. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he stopped immediately there. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
And they are going for it. Darnold under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. First down, Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jabal Sheard in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Flush to his right. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Josh Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Texans will extend their lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gun!
To throw on second down is Darnold. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Gun! Watch you now, Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Watch you now, Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big gain there on 3rd and 2. 45 yards. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's running to get into the top 5.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Watch you now, Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards. And now a decision here on 4th and 1.
Detroit!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this Texans defense stands tall. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Eluding the pressure right. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. On first down, it's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side into a double team, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, here we go. Blue, landing!
Here's Darnold now on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Three down. Leopard! Leopard!
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Colts on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this.
No. Check. Patriot. Over.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Watch him now, Barney. Hot.
Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And they'll run it here. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Colts on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
No. Check. Patriot. Over.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Over.
toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now Darnold. He's going to let this one go deep. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Andre Howell. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
After the interception, here's Watson setting up the screen for Miller. Finding some room at midfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Watson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Target.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation in a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Gun! Watch it now, Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Barney! Tighten up!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
No. Check. Patriot. Switch. Over.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Check 4. Watch the safety creep. Watch him now, Barney. Let's see it. He's checking. Crash.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
So disappointing there for a defensive unit. You hold them to a fourth down in their own territory, you figure you've gotten yourselves off the field, and all of a sudden, here's the offense staying out to go for it. And they wind up getting a first down.
Check. Presto.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Slam. No. Check. Patriot. You. Detroit. Over.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now they try the right side here. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on fourth down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
4 down. Check.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll run it here. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Colts on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Motion.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Leopard. Leopard. Over.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. I got it.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
We got three, fellas. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Darnold now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now Watson. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
The well-executed slant routes are based on timing, and that one was hit just right. Ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, right to the receiver. He catches it on the run, and you saw the end result. Big-time run after catch. They love it.
The ball comes out, and I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're already slim. Hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey. Got three. Three down. Over. Show it. Watch the edge.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Been a very strong performance for them really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now obviously they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now Watson on 1st and 10. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Now, Barney! Nowhere, 22, go nowhere. Watch it now, Barney!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Lucky 56. Leopard. Yes. Check nickel. Alert flare. Watch it now, Barney. Check 55. Detroit! Detroit! Oh, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now they try the right side here. And this is going to come up well short as they stop them on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Underneath for Miller. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And they'll go on the ground. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game.
And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong place.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A huge play that time for the Colts. 46 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Right back to him on first down. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for two.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Motion.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And they will not get the 2 points here, but it wouldn't have mattered anyways. And that will be the final snap.